All right. I talked to a bunch of NBA guys, like 7 assistant GM and GM types, and I did a mock draft. And they all had questions about Cam Boozer at the next level. Now, I had him at 5, and people were killing me for putting him behind Nate Met. Not my decision. Not my decision.
I think it was.
I would have him at 4. If I were drafting, I would have
You
Cam
move him
Boozer.
up one
Yes. I
slot.
would move him ahead of Nate Met. That's all I'm saying. I would still draft Darren Peterson at 1, AJ at 2, Mikel Brown at 3, and then Cam Boozer. Because I do have concerns on his ceiling. Like you said, his floor is higher than probably any of these guys.
Yeah.
But can he be a franchise player? Can he be a guy that is your top player and you build a franchise around? I say no to that, where the other 3 guys I think have the potential to be that. And do you disagree with that, Rob?
No, I don't think so. And that sounds like you're disrespecting him, and you're really not.
Not.
Like,
I
I don't
love
think
him.
that you're right. I think he can be. He's a winning player at every level. He'll be a winning player at the next level. And I think from he's not above the rim necessarily, and he's not going to be a rim protector. But you watch some of his skills, like he's playing inverted pick and roll. He can really handle. He makes winning plays. He's a good passer. He can be a playmaking hub in the half court. The really what you're saying is I don't think he can rise to the level of being like a Kobe Bryant or a star, a superstar in the NBA. And
A number
there's
one
only
guy.
there's only a few that can, but I think that he can be a guy that helps a franchise win a shit ton of games for a long, long time. And there is
Is there a good
no
comp?
shame
Do
in
you
that.
have a good comp for him at all, either of you guys? Is there somebody that stands out that you're like, because again, like you said, he's
I mean,
probably
part,
six
part of
nine.
me, part of me wants to say Draymond, but like, I don't. He's not that like. He's not gonna like get thrown out of games and
No, he doesn't
set
say a
illegal
word.
screens and everything.
I mean,
I'm not taking Mikel Brown over him.
okay,
I'm
okay,
not doing it.
that's
I,
fair.
I just think the size, the ability to play an inverted pick and roll, which is what Robbie's talking about. I think the other two, and when I say the other two, AJ and Peterson, those guys going to the right situation, going to the right franchise, going to a franchise that's not, when Anthony Bennett got drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers and when they're in such just a bad cultural just mess,
Well, then he
right?
got to come to the Timberwolves for a better cultural lesson than this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Like
lucky
Had
just
for
to learn
him.
from Rob Hummel.
I think those two guys could be
Great.
superstars. I think they could be all stars.
Yeah,
I think they could be all stars.
I think Mikel can too, and I
But
think Boozer
I
can.
am not taking him
I
over
think
Boozer.
Boozer could be a fringe all star. I just think
Yeah.
Boozer could be a 15 to 30 guy in the NBA. I
Those
don't
other
ever see
two,
him being a.
it's crazy to say this because I'm a huge Boozer fan. I just love how he plays.
Me too.
The other two to me have more upside,
Of course.
and that is what the NBA drafts on. That they draft on upside. Like where's
I
the
picked
upside?
Duke to win the whole thing because of Boozer. Period.
Yeah.
Like he is going to be the best college basketball player in the country this year. He is going to win National Player of the Year this year, in my opinion. Like I'd be surprised if he doesn't. But I understand the concerns that the NBA front office types have about him.
Well,
I understand.
concerns might be too. It's just I don't think concerns is the right word. It's more of like I get what you're saying, but it's more so comparatively speaking to the other.
Fine.
Yes,
Fair.
Concerns makes it sound like he's falling out of the first round to me.
If
Right?
these
Like
other two guys weren't here, he's the number one pick. You know what I mean? Like if the freshman class was not historic like it is, you're taking him number one. You're taking him number one.
Yeah.
But this is just we're witnessing a historic freshman class.
So
Like,
we all agree.
historic.
I mean, we're taking them in the top 3 or 4. Period.
Jeff, who is you said you were going Peterson, DeBanson, who?
Mikel
And then
Brown.
I would go Mikel.
Michael Brown.
I would go. I just think he's a 6'4" ish, maybe even 6'4.5", 6'5" point guard who has a gear, who can
That's
shoot the
Bird.
hell out of it from deep. He hasn't shot it great so far, but again, a lot of that is shot selection and
He
learning
takes
how to play the
ball.
point guard position.
When's the last time a point guard was drafted and changed the franchise? Like where you're like sitting here like, woof, man, is he good? Like man, he is.
I mean,
We got to get this guy because he's changed.
Shea was traded and changed the franchise.
What was Shea taking? Like 20?
Yeah, he wasn't in the top. He wasn't in the top.
15?
Yeah, I think he was late lottery. I think he was late lottery-ish, right around there.
I mean, another
I
Kentucky,
hear
Jamal
you.
Murray. I don't know. I'm just saying, like when you have size, physicality, it's just
I just think Mikael Brown is different than like, okay, we're going to talk about the last couple guys, Trae Young and LaMelo Ball. Like he's nowhere, like this dude is like this. He's as solid of a leader, of a team guy, of an off the court guy as there is. So let's not compare him to some of the knuckleheads like LaMelo that came out that are more talented. I'm not saying LaMelo is not more talented. This kid can, like Boozer, can make his imprint on winning, and I think he'll get better.
Boy.
I think we're going to see a different Mikael Brown in February, far different than Rob and I saw the other night.
Honestly, Matt's point is really good. Ja Morant probably is the last point guard that's been, and that's now the 2019 NBA draft. He was taken second. That's really very.
It's been a bad point guard group though the last few years.
But I'm just saying, as a guy that can come in,
but even more,
like I look at AJ DeBosa, like
Matt.
he can change the trajectory of a franchise.
Matt, here's where I'm going to push back even more. I'm going to say how much more important it is to have a great point guard. That if one is out there that could change your franchise, how do you not take him? Okay, so I'll play devil's advocate there a little bit because there aren't many. Look around the league right now. The position isn't what it used to be 5-10 years ago. So
because
do you pass up on a guy?
These they're playing like point forwards. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And you don't have
who's
to.
bringing the ball up the floor? Like Foreman. Like that's the game has, transcended to that. Like Cooper Flagg brings the ball up the floor. You know what I mean? Like you're going to see AJ next year in the NBA bring the ball up the floor. Like that's going to happen. I mean, the shot clock is so much shorter. You're not initiating your offense, and running continuity and doing all this. It's, hey man, we're running a quick hitter. We got to go.
The team
so let's put the ball in our best players' hands to bring it up the floor. That's what we're going to do.
The team that's won like 100 games in a row right now has a pretty good point guard. That's all I'll say in the NBA right now.